uprising going on now of democracy and justice, really globally and nationally, from the democracy revolutions in the Middle East to the uprisings in Wisconsin and to the Occupy protests all across the nation and the NATO demonstrations this weekend and rallies at colleges and strikes and hunger strikes at colleges around the country. It's really just an incredible moment. And at the same time that democracy is breaking out, people are also breaking away from the establishment political parties in absolutely unprecedented numbers. We see that in voter registrations, we see it in polls, and you hear it just talking to people out on the street. So you put it all together, and it really means that in this election, we can basically make it a very powerful kind of tipping point, because we're kind of at this tipping point right now. And we can make it a tipping point to start taking back the promise of our democracy and the peaceful, just, green future that we deserve. We badly need a tipping point because, as you know, people are hitting the breaking point. The breaking point for people, for the planet, for our economy, and for our democracy. And we didn't get here just, randomly. We got here as a consequence of crisis after crisis produced by both political parties, both wings of the political establishment, both the Republicans and the Democrats. And in fact, Barack Obama has actually embraced most of the policies of George Bush, and in many cases actually gone beyond him. And I'm going to just run through the list real quickly, because I'm sure you're going to find yourself in discussion with other friends, family, concerned residents, citizens of the planet, about who you're going to vote for. And you may find some resistance out there, but it's a really good time to be putting the facts on the table. The facts are really persuasive. So if you look at the policies of Barack Obama and George Bush together, they both gave us these massive bailouts for Wall Street. In fact, $700 billion under George Bush, but $16 trillion under Barack Obama, way more under Obama. The layoffs for Main Street and declining wages for workers, in part because of these free trade agreements, which have just been expanded under Barack Obama, as well as the neglect of the Employee Free Choice Act, the rights of working people to organize, and the failure of the president to stand up in the Wisconsin struggles, in the spreading right-to-work states, right to work for less, basically. There just hasn't been the advocacy that people had been promised and were expecting. The attacks on Medicare and Social Security, that's what prompted me to get into this